This podcast is personalized, is hosted by Pinky Culture
and Dragon Queen.
And our first story is a Mario game for the NES, unsealed, unboxed, unsealed, for $372,000. This is actually a bid, as you can see in the cover here of this episode. Super Mario Brothers going for over $300,000 on some bidding websites. This actually surpassed the Nintendo PlayStation, which is a prototype that Nintendo and PlayStation collaborated on back in the day, but the PlayStation decided to part ways and do their own thing, and that prototype surfaced and also had a huge bid. Not sure what it sold for, but it was less than this. Still a crazy amount of money, but definitely less than this. So this is Colton kind of record.
It's right now it's holding the record for possible the most expensive game in video game history at the moment.
That is crazy. The fact that we reached this much, back then pieces of art used to sell for this much. Rich private collectors.
Yeah.
Now it's video games. That is great. I like that. And speaking of expensive games being sold on the internet, we got Pokemon Box on the GameCube selling for $400. I would say $400 a minimum. $400 to $1,000 for a game called Pokemon Box on the GameCube. Pokemon Box is an interesting game. It's specifically only for Ruby and Sapphire. And it basically acts like a storage system, kind of like Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Home, and Pokemon Ranch. That one was for the Wii. People thought that Pokemon Ranch was the original Pokemon storage game. The original Pokemon storage game was Pokemon Box on the GameCube. It features different stuff, right?
What it is so you have your storage, so you could put your Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire, but you also could put Pokemon from the later generations, like Fire Red and the Horn games and such. Emerald.
I would say the same generation, but different later games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and then they had an adventure mode where you could play Ruby and Sapphire on your TV.
Yeah, it was actually a cheaper alternative than the GBA adapter for the GameCube to play on the TV, because a lot of them came for free with Pokemon Coliseum. So people just connected the link cable to the GameCube and put that disc of Pokemon Box in order to just play Ruby and Sapphire on the big screen.
The strange part about it, though, is that it didn't make sense to bundle those two games together because they weren't compatible.
Exactly. But the reason they did it because a lot of Ruby and Sapphire players already had Coliseum, and they wanted to transfer their the cartridge games to the GameCube. So I think that was it. They wanted it was just transfer, kind of like with Pokemon Bank and stuff, and
right. But
yeah.
because we got limited numbers and not many people knew about the game, it just didn't sell well, and then it just went into obscurity, and now there's copies on eBay and such.
Going for crazy prices.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Now, for the next news, this is very wacky stuff. If you're listening to this for the first time, heard this for the first time, you probably don't believe us. You can look this up for yourself, because this one is also crazy. 747 prototype
PS2 games.
Yeah, has been leaked. 747 prototypes for the PS2 has been leaked. Several games across different franchises leaked online, and not sure if you could check it out now, because it's always at the MCA we don't want this, but I'm pretty sure someone has all that stuff out there already. Someone has downloaded everything, and you could check out these beta, all these different builds for these games yourself. It'll take a lot of hours to get through each one, but to get through all of them, but it seems interesting. Maybe you could, if you want to check it out for yourself, you could pick out the games you like and see how the early builds were. Could be good. Could be something good. We got another story. Tencent portable competitor. Do you know about this?
Yeah. So Tencent said that they're planning on making a handheld, and if you see the images that are out there, it looks just like a Switch.
Interesting. So it could be a potential Switch competitor for Tencent's a Chinese company, so it's from China. So potential Chinese like competition for the Switch, and it appears to like have this is like to have like a Microsoft OS like.
I don't think we have any more details apart from that.
Right, but the fact that like we talked about in the last podcast, like the people are really trying to make like advanced handhelds more like I would say more expensive than the Switch, but it has more games and it's more like
I think
deluxe,
what it is
more like
I think companies are trying to get to the point where something like the Switch, but be able to play
like more mainstream games.
Yeah, but also like it's like the whole idea of the Switch Pro. We want the hardware to be strong. We want something just to play better.
Yeah.
We want it to be like 4K and stuff like that.
Or at least run at decent frame rates.
Exactly.
Like, Nintendo Switch came out in 2017, and the frame rates for just basic games drop like crazy, and it's like, okay, this hasn't had an improvement. The Lite they did one minor improvement with battery life, and then they did the Lite, which was weaker, like it runs weaker than like when you dock the Switch. And people are like, okay, we love these games, we like that it has third party and all these things, but the performance always been an issue because it's cheap. The Switch is fairly cheap compared to other systems.
But that's the thing when these companies are trying to make something that looks like the Switch but runs better, the price just skyrockets.
Yeah, so a lot of these go for high prices.
Yeah, but I think that they're trying to get to a point where that we could get something that looks kind of like the Switch, or something something handheld that runs good.
Yeah,
but also the price is kind of fair, that we don't have to pay arm and leg for.
And like back in the day, this was the PSP. The PSP was the competitor for this, but PlayStation hasn't done anything like that since the PS Vita.
That's true.
The PS Vita has not sold that well compared to the PSP, so they kind of just like canned all that. Like they just like. So if they see how the portable market is doing again, PlayStation might like put the hat in the ring again.
Actually, speaking of
or Xbox.
Yeah, that's true. But speaking of canning stuff, you heard that Sony is going to stop service to their
their old games from PS3 and before that, like
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
Meanwhile, Xbox is doing the backwards compatible stuff, and we're gonna get to Xbox pretty soon. I know there was an event today with Xbox,
but we just have so much to cover that we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Next on the list is Pikmin. I was about to say Pac-Man. Pikmin. Now everyone wants Pikmin 4, but no, you get a mobile game
from Niantic. It's Pokemon Go, but Pikmin.
Yep. Man, we don't know much details. We just know there's gonna be like Pokemon. It's made by Niantic, the creators of Pokemon Go.
Well, so they created all the things, but they're mainly known now for Pokemon Go.
So we're gonna get Pikmin Go.
In a sense, because this is gonna be a AR experience.
Yeah, augmented reality. It's basically like Pokemon Go.
Basically. So yeah, Pikmin fans get excited. We don't know exactly what the future holds, but I think that's
your existence is acknowledged. I mean, Pikmin 3 remake. What is it? Remake or port? I don't know.
It was a port.
Right.
Yeah, it was a port over from the Wii U, right? Yeah.
Yep. So our next one is a little complicated. So we've been talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus for a while now, and one thing I've noticed when I was browsing the message boards is that people took screenshots of this very subtle detail. Someone pointed out that there was a level 11 Lucario, which technically is possible a very narrow chance of doing that. If you get a real level 1, maxes friendship before level 11, okay, whatever. But it has 102 HP, and I saw in a post that like that's in the regular games it's not possible for it to have HP that high, that level that low, because it doesn't match the EVs, that kind of stuff, the IVs, the Pokemon stats mechanic on the original games. So because of this, Now, then again, it could be just because they're just showing us a trailer. That's not the full game. They could.
It'd just be placeholder, information they just put there.
Right. So take this with a grain of salt, but people are theorizing that this means the battle mechanics are going to be so drastically different that you have to manipulate HP and all these concept stats in order to be playable with this new battle mechanic. Because there's actual leaks of the game saying that they're planning to like an action RPG instead of the usual turn-based combat that you get from Pokemon. So this could be big. The fact that someone screenshotted that, like, they actually could they're taking it so seriously that they're actually going to change the HP mechanic to match kind of a more action RPG feel. I mean, this could happen. It could be if they decide to do it. What do you think about that?
I'm not gonna say anything until we get more information.
Right, but just connecting the dots a bit. Next story is Monster Hunter.
So Monster Hunter Rise came out today. It actually got great reviews. I see people being very excited about this game. The limited edition Monster Hunter Switch is also out, and people picked it up. I saw posts about people that went to Nintendo.
It looks nice. Even though I'm not a Monster Hunter guy.
Yeah, me neither. But
it looks cool, right?
Yeah. No, and I gotta admit, again, I'm also I'm actually not a fan of the series, but the monster. Yeah, no, the name of the game is Monster Hunter, but the monsters are actually really cool looking. They have great designs. It's kind of hard to escape because I'm seeing this everywhere. Like, the Nintendo's really trying to push this. I think it's because the company really needs this game to do well. They really do. Yeah,
they've been pushing it. It's very big in Japan. That's like Monster Hunter is very big in Japan, and they're really pushing this game like they were. They just were, right. Like, they were just putting in constant trailers. Look, we have a new Nintendo Switch version, like all this stuff. Like, they really want this. And I mean, all right, more power to them.
Exactly. Hey, if you're a fan, or you go pick up the game today. Maybe pick up if you don't have a Switch, pick up the limited edition Monster Hunter Switch. It looks cool. I mean, there's also a Switch Pro with it. The controller.
Oh, the Pro controller.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Which looks awesome.
All right, there you go. That's a fun thing.
Yeah, but speaking of releases, we also had Battle in Wonder World, and
that released already.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it was it's today because it's today because I remember seeing people saying that it's coming out the same day as Monster Hunter Rise. The only thing I could say is that the demo was terrible.
Yeah,
and people were not happy with it to the point where we didn't even see reviews for this game because people were actually scared of, like, the people behind the game are actually scared about this. They should be, because
releasing a terrible demo like that, oof.
I know.
Brutal.
Especially because people were excited. I remember when I first saw it, I was actually excited because I was like, wow, it looks like Knights. It looks nice. And then
he saw gameplay and he heard a few things.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no.
Whoops.
And you would think that maybe because people
this is the ukulele effect, where they try to recreate like old games like Banjo-Kazooie. They did ukulele. That game was crap. That game just had so much technical errors. Bad loading screens everywhere. It's just overall like a lot of problems with it. And a lot of people pointed out like, hey, like you're trying to do this legacy like not really a spiritual successor to like a legacy game, and this is what you do. Like the same thing with Mega Man. Was it Mighty Number 9? That one came out. That one was also review bomb. That one people didn't like as much. And this is not the first time we get.
I know, but it's Square Enix, so you would think they could do a little better.
I know. It's just like, I feel like when you try to do a legacy, spiritual successor to a legacy game, and use that as a template and not try to be original and things like that. You just try to like, oh, it gives you the feel of this game, but instead of actually working on the game itself, instead of trying to work to make it look like the nostalgic thing, instead of actually working on the game, I think that's the problem with these games.
Yeah, people were saying they should have just delayed it. They should have worked. Imagine putting the demo out there, because if you put a demo out there, you're expected to hear feedback, and when you hear that feedback, you will act on it. You will think that they will hear so much negativity from it, not like saying actual criticism, not to attack Square Enix, but actual criticism like, this is not good, this is bad, and they don't delay the game, or they just almost pretty much not acknowledge that.
Yep.
So it was upsetting, but that's not even the end of it. The most upsetting part is that I've been seeing articles of the final boss causing
seizures.
Yeah.
Why? I read that.
So yeah. I was like, wait a minute. If I would have played this, I would be in trouble. I don't get seizures, but I gotta admit that
you're sensitive to those flashing lights, right?
I'm photosensitive, so I don't do very well with flashing lights, or really like, especially with like really bright colors that like flash really fast. I have to turn away. I have to close my eyes.
Yeah, because most people it shouldn't. It's
please don't subject people to this.
You could literally they patched it.
Yeah, they said they patched it. People were like a little skeptical. We're like,
Yeah. So if you're playing this game and you could die, basically. I'm not joking. You could you're playing this game before the patch, you're in the final level, and you're prone to getting seizures.
I mean, I don't know. I actually didn't get.
I'm warning. If you listen to this,
we're warning you.
We're legit warning you. I don't want to like dead people. I don't want more dead gamers. We don't want dead gamers. We want our gamers to be alive.
I didn't want to go too long into this game, but I was just disappointed. That's all.
Yeah.
But to lift your spirits out of something that's not disappointing, but I guess will still make you a bit upset, is that I'm holding it. You can't see it, but I got the Animal Crossing Sanrio collaboration pack from Hello Kitty. So Animal Crossing Hello Kitty collaboration, and it's awesome. It's just amiibo cards. Each it includes 6 cards, and each card is a different Hello Kitty and Hello Kitty characters, and you get the furniture. It's super cute. I saw videos on all of the furniture sets. They're super adorable. You also get a villager that comes with a set. It's great. I'm probably have to kick out one of our villagers because I want cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll is actually my favorite of all the Hello Kitty characters. So there's that. But it's now fun and games. I almost got no sleep because I wanted to get to Target really early. I know this is really lame, but if you will see the consensus on the social medias, most people were. I feel very lucky, very grateful that I was actually able to get to Target, and they had it on the second floor at the electronics section. I just asked politely, like, here you go, and I bought it. It was great. But unfortunately, not everyone had that chance. People they went to their Target and it was sold out. For some reason, it was only Target exclusive. I thought it was kind of strange. Yeah,
what about the Walmart people or just GameStop or whatever?
No, it was only Target exclusive. And for some reason, I remember I was reading like on different articles and on the Target website that you have to go to it was very specific. You have to go to the weekly ad. You have to click on it, and then you have to go to where the image of the Animal Crossing Hello Kitty thing. You have to click on it, and then you have to reserve it. You pretty much like buy it, pretty much. So you could pick it up at Target. I was like, but the problem is that because it was getting so overwhelmed because so many people wanted to get it, especially scalpers. By the way, it's already on eBay for a lot of money. Very upsetting. It's actually one of the reasons why I really went out of my way to get this, because I was like, I'm not supporting a scalper.
Yeah, the fact that like these people, like I saw a scalper, you told me the scalper was selling for like $100.
it was anywhere between $30 to $100. It was crazy prices.
Yeah, they're just
for
amiibo.
one pack.
One pack.
These packs, I think, we're going for like $6 each.
That's crazy, man. These scalpers, every time a new thing comes out, this to be expected, but the fact that you have to go out of your way just to reserve this thing and to get it.
If
and
you were lucky,
it's
because
Hello Kitty. It's like Hello Kitty in Animal Crossing.
Hello Kitty is a very big deal still in Animal Crossing.
I mean, the technical marvel of the fact that you could take a card and it works to your game and it is a whole new character and its own thing.
Yeah,
from a different franchise. That's very cool.
Well, it's actually more like they have a villager that's supposed to represent the character, because with not really the character itself. It's just like a village. It's like a new. They have a new villager. It's more not really like a new villager. It's more of because these came out for around the time of what I think this is a re-release from New.
So what is it?
It's a re-release. It's why it's also very exciting because this hasn't been released in a long time.
Oh, so I thought you put the card in and Hello Kitty shows up in your game and it's like I'm a villager now. And
no, that's not it.
Adventure.
No, that's not it.
Oh, okay.
It's a villager that has the aesthetic and the furniture items from Hello Kitty and Friends.
Oh, okay.
It's not actually Hello Kitty.
Oh.
That'd be kind of strange. Although that'd be very cool, but a bit weird.
The Hello Kitty Animal Crossing character just walking around your island. I'm Hello Kitty. Nice to meet you. Okay, I'm high. It's like I'm on drugs. What is the Hello Kitty doing in my Animal Crossing?
No, but yeah, people were very excited about this. Re-releases are always exciting because you were pretty much only able to get this if you order like from Japan or something. So.
And now to the final part of this. We were discussing the Xbox indie presentation thing. Several games here. We got a lot of games to cover. We're just gonna cover them briefly because there's like, oh my god. Oh yeah, that was like a Hello Kitty house. Okay. The first game is Exo Mecha. It's basically like a multiplayer game that you get to play as like mechs and stuff. But I know the description is Major Titanfall meets Pacific Rim, but it gives me like the characters and the suits and stuff kind of give us Halo vibes. Even the fact that there's a weapon that's like a sticky bomb, like the one from Halo that you stick it to a character and it blows up. Like, and some of the weapons and stuff, like it is like a mecha game, but the combat when you're in your suit looks kind of like Halo.
I was actually pretty impressed by this game.
Yeah.
It's like for the people that want to play Halo and Halo's not here.
Yeah. Exactly.
We have Halo at home.
Yeah. Oh, where's Halo? We have Halo at home. Halo at home. Oh, no, Exo Mecha looks good.
It does.
The Ascent, that one is like one of those top-down shooter games. Looks cool. That one's like a cyberpunk-looking game, but it's a top-down shooter instead. Then we got Omno. What was Omno?
The 3D platformer. I thought it was very cute.
Yeah, it's a cute look. That one looks more indie. That one looks very like cute, like like your cutesy indie game, platformer exploration type. The Wild at Heart.
Oh yeah, the Pikmin at home one.
Yeah, that one is
because the way it plays, not the style.
The style is its own thing, but the gameplay is basically Pikmin. A bunch of little guys work together, and then like you need a certain amount to, move a rock out of the way. Just do little like puzzles and things like that. It's basically Pikmin.
Basically,
yeah. We got Void Train. This one was crazy. It's basically a shooter, but you're in this train that's in the sky, and it's like interdimensional, and you're jumping through different like rock platforms.
Yeah, people were saying that's like a No Man's Sky raft.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. Yeah, very No Man's Sky feel, but very crazy looking.
Okay, I think everyone's starting to realize that we're comparing this to like AAA titles or something like that. The reason why is because we were getting so many vibes from like this indie showcase that
this indie showcase feels like it's rivaling AAA games. Like this game looks like this already existing, multi-million
which is not
production.
a bad thing, by the way.
Yeah, no, I feel
because they bring in their own they bring their own style, and a lot of times they're mixing other genres. I just want to hear that you're coming up eventually that that was like, oh, I thought was a really cool mix of two genres.
Exactly, and it's like indie games
Or three.
seem to be on par with AAA games. Now they seem like some of them, not all of them. Like most of them look like indie games, but some of them look like indistinguishable from your average AAA mainstream game. That's how indie games have gone to. This is really, which I like, because back I remember the day when indie games always look like, 16-bit, platformer or whatever, or like the 3D ones look like Minecraft, and
Oh, it's actually, speaking of Minecraft.
Yeah.
The next one is...
this one, yeah, Mongol Bay is Minecraft. Yeah, that
it's
looks
Minecraft.
like Minecraft.
It does.
That one is more like a story-based...
dating simulator, but Minecraft style.
Yeah, like you're fishing, and it's very like Stardew Valley, like you date other characters. Yeah, it's basically like Stardew Valley meets Minecraft aesthetics. There we go. We got your Minecraft Art of Rally.
Oh, that was a low poly racing game.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of... There's this game I have on the Switch. It's on several systems, too. It's like a racing game based on the 90s arcade one called Turbo Chase Horizon. And this one is kind of reminiscent of that. It's just like a low poly, very relaxing looking, old school aesthetic racing game. But it's funny because a lot of the gameplay shows one car, like you're by yourself. So I'm not sure if it's like a full-on racing game. It could be.
Well, it's rally style. I love the rally racing games because it's just on the street.
Right. Yeah.
And I like the car style.
And the next one's Narita Boy. That one is.
Oh yeah, this is the 80s inspirational platformer.
Oh yeah, very like the 80s like synthwave kind of like
super 80s.
Oh my god, that's 80s is 80s. As 80s gets. The next one this is a big one. Hello Neighbor 2. Hello Neighbor took the world by storm. It was a game where you're trapped in a house and there's like a serial killer and you're trying to like solve puzzles to get your way out of it and stuff like that. And there's like a lot of hidden secrets. It came out during the FNAF craze, so
that helped.
That helped for sure. So this one, it's not even... I don't think it's out yet.
No, it's in the alpha stage.
Yeah, but it looks good, and then they show this really advanced AI, and it basically implies that the game is personalized, just like this podcast.
I'm not coughing for any reason.
They showed like the AI that it actually evolves and adapts to your playing style. So it's basically like every copy of Mario 64 is personalized me, but in real life. Yeah. And this is an alpha stage. And it's a horror game, so it works so well. Like, oh, this is where you kind of... I mean, yeah, the original kind of like played on that, but this one seems to be taking its own AI mechanic to a new level. And it's like, okay, so this is the level we're at right now with the personalized gameplay. Like, it was a meme at first, but now it seems to be like a reality. Like, we might get more personalized games that adapt to your playing styles, sensibilities, and things like that. So this game might be not just an indie game, but could be an advancement towards other games, which is cool because Hello Neighbor was everywhere. All the streamers and YouTubers played it, so this one's gonna get a lot of traction. Soup Pot, you cook soup. That's the whole game.
Well, and food. It's a cooking simulator.
Yeah. Cookie simulator, you make soup, you make food, you post it on like a fake social media, and it looks nice, very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it was a lot of it was Japanese food, which is cool.
Yeah, very Japanese, because we know that Microsoft trying to get to that Japanese market.
But then again, we don't know if maybe it's other styles of like cuisines or anything like that.
True. It says comes out in August 2021, so it's not even done. They could show different stuff, but if you want a relaxing like cooking simulator, this one's for you for sure. If you're into cooking, mama, Soup Pot is definitely for you. Rust.
Oh yeah, so that was the first of like the mature games of the indie showcase. It's a survival game, like shooter style.
Yeah, very big on the survival aspect. You have to like kill your way out, and it's like very. Is it first person or third person?
Uh,
I think it's first person. Right?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't want to watch the trailer again. But we watched all the trailers. It's just that it's hard to remember each like.
Yeah, don't don't crucify us if we get something wrong here.
Yeah, but Rust survival shooter.
We are trying.
Yeah, survival shooter looks interesting. Very very rough.
I took many notes.
Rough, not rough in the sense that it looks bad. Rough as in like this is brutal. Like this
Kinda,
gameplay. Yeah. Like yeah.
Oh, Demon Tour was great. I really love the style.
Me too. It's a 3D platformer mixed with 2D elements, right? You're a 2D character in a 3D world, but the 3D looks old school too. So it kind of gives me 2.5D kind of stuff, but it's technically a 3D platformer. It looks cool. Like there's a sleekness to it. There's a very very indie looking, very like
I like the
mixing of different styles.
Yeah, I like the character jumping off platforms, turning into like bats and the animals, like I think a crow, and then fighting enemies. Like
the boxes look interesting.
They
and stuff.
do.
Yeah. Now this one, Chivalry 2. This one, I am in love with it. Oh my god! This one is a multiplayer slasher, first person, like
medieval fantasy. Obviously, because you shouldn't. I'm sure everyone has heard of Chivalry, the first one.
Yeah. So this is the thing everyone was talking about when I looked up the Xbox indie.
Obviously, because you could throw a freaking chicken. Did I mention that before? That you could throw a chicken?
Yeah, you could throw a chicken. You could throw whatever at people.
Right, but you could throw a chicken, and we need Link here.
Yep. I was thinking like very, very Zelda. Yeah, throwing the chicken. Very inspired by Zelda. I'm pretty sure it's a Zelda
it's probably
reference.
inspired by me. I'm not a big fan of chickens.
Yeah. Yeah, the chicken thing has to be like a Zelda reference for sure.
Please, I hope so.
Like they really went out of their way to show you throwing a chicken at someone.
Yeah, I know.
But the game looks very rough, very bloody, but it looks great.
It looks like it played well too.
Yeah, and it's a multiplayer. It's like based on the trailer, it says like 64 characters.
Yeah, 64.
That's
I guess up to 64. I don't think you have to have 64 to play. But...
Right. Yeah. And very fluid gameplay. Like it's great. It's great. I'm very hyped for it. I'm not even a big
you mentioned
fantasy. I'm not a big medieval fantasy like guy. Like I'm not very big on that. But
actually,
there are some games I have to surpass.
I like the medieval fantasy style, but
like I play Skyrim. I think that's as good as much. Yeah, that's it. Like so, a few RPGs. Like we got Song of Iron.
Oh yeah, this is the one that was saying that was gonna be 4K, 60 FPS.
It's a
side-scrolling
action.
Yeah. So the thing about this one.
Also in fantasy,
Yeah, exactly. But the thing about this one is that it was really like the
it has a unique sound design, almost like very atmospheric, very quiet in some parts.
Very quiet. I was like, is it loud enough when we were watching the trailer?
I think there's no background music. Like, it's just a guy walking and killing people and stuff. And the sounds are only the sounds of what's going on.
The thing is that the guy was pretty zoomed out, so he looked pretty small. So you could really see more. It was just more about like the backgrounds and then your character like in the background. So yeah, and also the style, like it also looked like really dark, so he was like just like walking through like dark spaces and such.
Yeah, but the backgrounds, the style looks good. It looks good.
It does.
Yeah.
No, it does.
And it's going to be in 4K and 60 frames per second. Cool. Exo 1. This one is the one you play as a UFO alien. Yo,
it's
this
UFO.
Is going to be memed. This is a meme. This one is a meme.
So this is a sci-fi UFO flight simulator. Right?
Yeah, it looks funny. Like, I know it's supposed to be like, okay, it doesn't look bad, but it looks very cool. It looks like something that like you and the boys are like on Discord playing, like and you're just like, it's the whole like alien meme.
Don't crash into stuff.
Yeah, like this is what the CIA is hiding from us type game. Like, that's what I'm gonna feel like. Because you play like those UFOs. Okay, you seen those found footage like UFOs? Where they move super fast and look like a little disc just moving super fast. Like, that's how you kind of move. You move like a UFO would move, like in those iPhone videos where someone says they recorded a UFO and they move super fast and stuff. that's what I like, because it's kind of accurate to at least what people have seen. It's just from the UFO's perspective, which is cool. Like, you move really fast and fluid. Like, yeah. The next one is Nobody Saves the World.
Oh, I love the aesthetic for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a really cute art style, action RPG, and I love how at the end it says coming soonish.
Right, and you could transform into different characters. Each one has their own style, and they all look really cool. There's like several characters you could transform to.
Yeah, so that looked fun.
Yeah. You got more forms than Kirby.
Hey, I would play it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But it's like an action RPG though, like so. But it's a bit more action than RPG, but it's still good. You should still check it out. Next one is Astria Ascending.
So Astria Ascending is we have Square Enix at home. This is literally the game.
This one looks like a Square Enix game. Oh my god, it's more Square Enix than Square Enix. The bad voice acting, that art style, like 2.5D, and the drawing, anime esque. Very like it's not for me, man. I played Octopath. It's okay. It's like okay, this is what I'm gonna get out of it. If you're into that like Square Enix, check this one out. But it's all right. It doesn't look bad. It's just like okay, turn-based RPG, JRPG. Yeah. Last Oasis.
Survival MMO.
Oh yeah, this is the MMO that we were making fun of, like the animation frame rate drops and had like very bare bones.
That was like,
didn't look good. Did not look good.
We were like upset at it.
Like, I know it's an MMO and MMOs don't look perfect, but like this is your trailer, like
I know.
And it says available now. It's like it's already out and it looks like that.
Oh my gosh.
I think people are gonna come and say it's an MMO. It's supposed to look like that.
Yeah, I know, but you might be watching
that look better though. Like,
I know, but you might be watching a trailer and you physically see like frame rates drop, and you're like and especially because it says that it drops today. That's not very comforting.
Yeah, like. For example, like Pokemon, where people are making fun of that the frame rates were dropping.
Well, yeah, because
that game doesn't come out till 2022.
Yeah, another year from now.
So disappointing. Well, it's an MMO, so it could be good in the gameplay department. Lost Eidolons is almost a turn-based RPG.
Strategy.
Yeah. I do like the fact that they zoom in to the character and it shows like the actual killing animation. Like,
oh yeah,
it looks cool. That looks nice, but it looks good, but like visually. But it's your standard turn-based, tactical like strategy game that a lot of like very niche. Niche.
That we've seen already.
Yeah, but very niche. Lawn mowing simulators.
We have not seen this before.
Yeah. Very unique, lawn mowing simulator. Those are going to be meme to how it's going to be on every YouTube. Every gamer, every Let's Player is going to do this.
Yeah, no one really expected this, and I don't know if anyone asked for this, and it looked better than I thought it would. I thought it would look more cartoony, but it looks a little slightly more realistic, so...
True.
If you like mowing the lawn, I guess.
Yeah, this was great for the boomers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Loot River. That one is cool. Dungeon crawler.
This was one of my favorites out of everything that we saw.
It's not just dungeon crawler, slasher, whatever, but the fact that you get to manipulate, like...
It's a puzzle.
Yeah, it's not just, like, the puzzle is the platform. You're standing on the platform, you get to literally move the platform physically different directions.
To attack enemies.
Yeah.
And you're a plague doctor. Did I mention that? You're a freaking plague doctor, killing baddies, moving from platform to platform very quickly.
And not just that. The way the gameplay works is that the platform shifts. Like you're a boat, and the boat goes from one place to another like really fast. And then you go to the next platform. You get to literally move the platforms yourself and then jumping over. It's crazy. The way it looks, like, it's hard explaining. You have to see for yourself. Loot River, the way the gameplay is very interesting, very unique.
Yeah.
It's not just your typical dungeon crawler. It has its own little flair to it, which I like.
Among Us!
Yeah, Among Us update. You play as the airship. What else is there to say?
Hey, no, it looked cool.
Yeah, it looked good. It's the airship. Yeah, it's the new map that they've been hyping for months. It's the new thing. So
it looks great.
On Xbox now.
It looks great, and I can't wait to be able to play on like computer and or Switch.
Yeah. Well, also, I have it for Switch. So.
No, but I'm saying the new map. I can't wait to play it.
Death's Door. Oh, that one he plays the crow, right? And it's like you fight the
Oh yeah, so it starts off that you're a crow and you're walking around.
hack and slash.
Yeah, it's a hack and slash. But
You fight these crazy bosses, right?
Yeah, okay. So first you're walking around, and then it shows the gameplay. So a hack and slash dungeon crawler style.
But the cutscenes look good. In the beginning,
they did look good. The cutscenes. That's what I'm saying. At the beginning, the cutscenes look great. The fighting was. The reason I was to say interesting is because one of the bosses was a literal cathedral.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
So, second extension, dinosaur game, co-op shooter.
I don't know what
on
else
Xbox Game Pass. Well, it shows.
The dinosaur
coming April 28th.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a dinosaur shooter. Okay, cool. We are the caretakers.
We have Fortnite at home.
Yeah, it's okay. No. The aesthetic is very Fortnite, but the gameplay is
the gameplay is different.
Strategy, like you manage your squad. It's an RPG. You know, it's
turn-based.
It's like a strategy RPG where you kind of like manage your
team. Yeah, you manage a team. The reason I say Fortnite at home is because if you look at the style, I wasn't kidding.
Looks like Fortnite. Even the graphic, it just So it's like someone took the Fortnite engine and made it into RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well. Okay. Stalker 2.
A lot of people are very excited about this game. So, this is still in beta. They didn't have any game. I don't think. Yeah, they didn't have any gameplay to show.
But it's just like development stuff.
Yeah, it was a developer just talking about what that they're working on it, and they showed some character models, some gun models, and blah blah blah. So yeah, etc. Similar.
12 minutes. This one I've heard about like a lot. Like how they showed it again, another trailer.
Oh, the reason it's hot is because it if you look at the names there, those are big actors.
Yeah, a lot of big voice actors. The thing is,
and actors.
Right, voice actors. Oh no, yeah, actors as doing voice acting. My bad. Yeah, and the game is about a guy stuck in a time loop in his room. It's coming soon, but we've seen this trailer like a while ago. So this has been in development it seems to be in development for a long time, and it's like the fact that like another trailer, another thing, and we don't know when it's coming. Please be good because this has been in development for a while. I heard about this for a while, like I think 2019, like.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like wow, an indie game like this.
Funny enough, the last one on here is called The Last Stop. One.
And this one is story.
It's a story based.
Yeah, story game. You click on the decisions, and it's like reaction time. Think of like Walking Dead or what's the other one?
The one that you don't like.
What's it called? The one that with the hipster girls and.
Funny because I just showed you the game today and I was laughing. Oh, we should get this.
Yeah, it's so bad. Yeah, it's like, what's it called?
What? How did I just forget the name of it? What?
Bruh.
We forgot the name of the damn game.
It's so forgettable that the sequel was shown as a trailer last time. But you know the one. The one you play as the hipster girl and you have like a power and it's already done. But pretentious people like it. It is a pretentious series of games for sure. But I could say it did more it did a little bit, like it did some contribution to the story-based genre of video games, which is something that's like an acquired taste. But their games have done it a lot better, especially like people say The Walking Dead did a good job. But yeah, it's very similar to that. But the style looks a little bit like kind of like a PS2 or maybe like a PS3 game. It looks.
I think PS3.
That's PS3 graphics. I would say earlier, not PS2, but maybe like early PS3 graphics. It's not a bad thing because like, you get a bit nostalgic watching some of the style of it. Like, oh yeah, it looks like an early story. No, I don't mind it.
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange, yeah. So if you're into those type of games, this one should be for you. It's a quick time advance. Story stuff. what you do affects the rest of the game. You know the drill.
you know the drill.
But the style is very like reminiscent of like games from like 10 years ago, which is, you know, people feel nostalgic for that. The earlier, I would say early 3D, not early 3D, but the early HD. When 3D got a little more advanced, it kind of I call it the HD generation, when 3D started getting more realistic, but it was still not perfect. Now we're in the 4K generation where games are like look gorgeous. So this is a little step back, which is an interesting design choice.
Yeah, but it's by the publishers Annapurna, which I like them. They're cool.
All right, so a good publisher. So
yeah, so that was the end of it, and then we have a list of the Xbox Game Pass. You know, the stuff is coming to Game Pass. So.
And of those games, there are some that were already mentioned below. But there are some like Craftopia, some dungeon games, Undungeon, Boyfriend Dungeon.
Yeah, I was actually making fun of that before, but I don't know if they're actually dungeon games. It just happen to have
Edge of Eternity. Some of these were Little Witch of the Woods, The Ascent. Those already. Sable. So more games for Game Pass. A lot of these games featured below are going to be on Game Pass. So
yeah, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, more Game Pass. Congrats, Microsoft. I mean, people were making fun of Microsoft before for no games and stuff, but here they are, like giving us some exclusives, some Game Pass stuff. More games for Xbox. We're thinking of getting a PS5, so. But no, I'm glad that Xbox is coming through. I'm planning on getting a PS5, and then like when we move, I'll get a PC and maybe get Game Pass.
Yeah, I think you should get it. It seems like a great deal.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored. I just thought that was
maybe, or I'll just play on games from Steam. It's all good. Like.
But again, we're not sponsored. It's just Game Pass seems really cool. The last thing I wanted to say is that Limited Run Games had the Sega Astro City Mini. It came out today. It's just the arcade cabinet, but the one that you could put on your table, so it's a smaller one, for $130. It's actually decent for the price, but because we don't have the space, and I shouldn't be spending on that. I wish I could have picked it up. Herspon was gonna try it, so hopefully he did, so he could make a video, because I would love to see a video of it, because it has Sega games, and it looks like it's gonna be a great catch. It looked awesome, and I love seeing cabinets. So yeah, I was just very excited for it.
All right, I think that's good. We went through everything. I think that's it. We did a good job.
I hope so. This is a very long one.
Yeah, 47 minutes. But we went through a lot. So thanks for listening, and hopefully you have a good night. And
we'll see you in the next one.
See you next time.